How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're going to start another build, and yes, this one is for Jay's Pink Slips Invitational number 2. Here's what we're working on. Let me explain. Again, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So glad each and every single one of you could make it. I really am. Last year was a blast doing it. I lost my car to Gary Shorter, which that's all fine and dandy. And, you know, that's the reason we build the cars for this, is because we expect for them to be lost. Somebody's, randomly going to get a custom from you. And during the race, I mentioned what I was planning on doing this year. I had another casting that I was going to use, but I can't find what I want to do the paint job. So with that stated, I'm going to switch gears and use this one. Mr. Jeff Brummett got this for me, the Fellowship of Diecast. He got this for me because I told him my plans. He bought this for me for this specific race, knowing that I'd probably lose it. The reason I wanted it is because, number one, it's a motorcycle. The other motorcycle I was going to use was more like a drag bike, but this is okay. This will work fine and dandy because it's got me on there. Oh, man. Now, the plan is I'm going to paint the motorcycle. I'd probably leave the wheels the way they are because it's going to go with the paint job, but I'll do some detail work on the engine and the exhaust and a little detail work on him. So with that stated, we're just going to open this. Before I do, there's the other one. The motorcycle the motorcycle I had was the pit cruiser. I didn't have the rider, but I had the motorcycle. Well, the plan was I was going to do stars and stripes. I was going to make a flag paint job out of it, but I couldn't find any decals small enough. So I went to plan 2. I was going to use the Scorching Scooter with the skeleton, because that definitely is an old man. But Mr. Brummett found this one, the Bad Bagger, so that's what we're going to use. But there's all of them from that set, in case you're interested. And I'm not going to be reusing this package because this car will be handheld and everything. And I hate to open this one because it is, in fairly good shape, but I'm going to anyway, because that's what it was bought for. Mr. Brummett got this for me for this particular case, so. And as you can see, they don't roll good, but that's not the point. If you can keep them straight, they roll great. But the rider comes off, and we're definitely going to take him off. We're going to remove that tampo, and my old man diecast tampo will go on there. And I'm going to do a little bit of work on his beard and his ponytail and all that. And like I said, I'm definitely going to do some detail work on the motorcycle itself. So with that stated, as you can see, there's one post that holds the metal framework, which includes the engine and exhaust and all that. So as I drill it apart, I got to be careful not to push down on the handlebars because I'll break something. So we're going to take this bad boy apart right now. The rider comes off, hands just slip off, and then there's that. If his head was up a little bit more, I'd put him on the motorcycle I had. But this is a beautiful motorcycle like it is. I mean, just look at that. That is a beauty. And I could actually take the wheels off and repaint it if I wanted. But I'm not going to be doing much. I want the frame to stay black because I'm going to do one of my marble paint jobs on it. That's the plan. I'm going to do a marble paint job. I don't know what color yet. I don't know if I'm going to go gold, red, green, blue, purple, what. I don't know. Definitely detail those headlights up. So let's get this bad boy apart, shall we? Alright, got it drilled apart. There's the body. That will be repainted. Nice long post for me to work with. And the handlebars are actually held on by that gas tank. So you just turn it sideways and they come right off. Like I said, I'm not going to be really doing much in the way of painting on this. I will paint the engine best I can. And Probably try to get in there and do the sprockets and definitely paint the exhaust, because I think that would just go really good with the paint job that I'm going to do. The handlebars will probably stay the way they are. Outside of, I'll paint the grips themselves black. Rest of it will probably stay just as it is. But now I'm going to get this stripped down. You can see I got a long post to work with. I'm going to get this stripped down, drilled out, tapped out, and ready for a screw. I was sitting here trying to decide what color I wanted to go with this while I was drilling it apart and getting it ready for the screw. And it hit me. Mr. Brummett. I was trying to decide what color to paint it. And then it hit me. Mr. Brummett is the one that is responsible for me even having this motorcycle to do this build. So I'm going to reach out to him and let him pick the color. He has no idea I'm going to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. In honor of him donating this, going out of his way to find this, purchasing it, and donating it to the channel, I think that is the very least I can do. Because, you know, like I said, we're going into this knowing that we're going to be losing these cars, so that's the very least I could do, right? So with that stated, I'm going to let you know after he tells me. So let's get this bad boy in the stripper. She's not going to look like this anymore. She is a beauty. I like the pearl white with the red flames and everything on it. But, you know, us customizers, we believe we can do better. And I was just looking, there's a few more details I can do. I can paint the seat. I'm going to paint it black. Chrome the bezel around the gas filler and all that, and the speedo. And the brake light, of course. Well, that stated, she's got to go for a ride in North Carolina clay. Oh, wow, that's syncing up very fast. I've actually been wanting to do this build for a while. I just haven't. Because I didn't know if Jay was going to do the Pinks Invitational this year. And then here it is, you know, almost halfway through November. And he finally announced that he was going to do it. I mean, he had hinted that he was, but nothing definite or anything, so I've been holding off. But now that it's a go, I wish he would have let us know for sure ahead of time, like summer months, so I could have had a way to paint it. But we'll get it done. If I have to freeze my butt off in the building again this year, no biggie. But it didn't take long for this thing to sync up, did it? Really hate seeing my motorcycle go in there, but we'll get it done. We will get it done. So until next time, when this comes out of stripper, which will be tomorrow in my world, in your world, months from now. Nah, it'll have to be between now and deadline to submit the car. So I can work on him while I wait. Paint up those glasses. Do something with that beard and that ponytail. But yeah, other than that, it looks just like me, don't it? See you later, guys. Is it just me, or does everybody else find it odd? And get it to focus. We can see it better. Find it odd that they can get this nice and smooth on rounded parts, but on the flat parts, it's got all kinds of scratches and marks and stuff on it like that. Crazy. Both sides. Just think, this is the better side. Yeah, this is the side that looks best. But after about 5-10 minutes worth of sanding, I can get it to look like that. This was the bad side. So now I got to do the same to this, and this bad boy will be ready for prime and paint. Looking good, isn't it? Wow, what a surprise. It's been raining all night. It's supposed to rain all day, but there's a break. Clouds are dissipating, but there's more rain coming, so it's 70 degrees here on a Sunday. I can't believe it. So we're going to try to get this motorcycle body primed and sealed real quick. That way I can get everything cleaned up before the next batch of rain comes. So the color that I need to lay down is black. I'm going to try I'm going to try something different that I normally don't do. I normally go over it with the black, then I hit it with the black paint, then I hit it with the marble color, and then I hit it with the final color. I'm going to try to skip a step. I'm going to use the black sealer, go over it with the marble color, and then the finish color. And hopefully when I put on the 2K clear, if the 2K clear is still good out there in the storage building, it's been 24 degrees for a week, it should really make it pop. So let's give it a try. I've got everything thinned down, I hope thin enough. I don't need a bunch, but we're going to try this, see how it goes. Turn on my hairbrush. It appears to be coming out fine. Sorry, off camera as always. Hit it with a light coat first, then we'll come back, hit it with something a little heavier. Gotta make sure to get everything because of the way I got this taped off. Now let's hit the body. I need to change the way I've got this on here because most of this you'll be able to see. Make sure to get the inside really good. I want to try to lay it on all at one time. Man, it feels good to be outside painting again. There's that. We'll put another coat on it, build it up. Hit the front fender again. And you see the black starting to build up now, which is what I want. Wind's blowing everything over, making a mess. Thank you very much. And this front fender is not going to have a smooth finish on it because the casting itself was real rough. So all I can do is paint it. That's all I can do. There's that. Should be good enough. straight pipe truck coming. Yeah, that sounds real good. Thank you. How good that looks now. This is going to look super cool black, but that's not the finished product we're going after. So it looks good the way it is. I think one more coat will be good on that. Let's check the fender out again. And you see that it's not a real smooth finish on there, but the marble will hide that anyway. But that's just the finish that was on the casting itself, is what I'm trying to say. Make sure I get the bottom of the fenders really good, the edges. That'll be it for the fender. Hit the body one more time and we'll be done with this coat. Make sure we don't miss anywhere. Man, this wind is something else. It's blowing stuff everywhere. Dang it. Put a nice wet coat on this time. Hit it from both sides. Go across the back one more time. Spin it around as we go. There she go. And that should be it. Nice black finish on there. Oh yeah. And that will dry to a matte finish because, like I said, it's just a sealer, a primer. But that is what we are looking for, boys and girls. It is that time. Got it all painted up, well, primed up black. Looked really good. I'm glad I took care of those saddlebags because those things looked rough. Got my saran wrap. Got my gold metallic paint. Got a brush. Now this one's going to be just a hair different. And what I mean by that, I'm going to do the body of the motorcycle the same way. But I'm going to do the fender, front fender of the motorcycle with just a brush. Because it's so small, I'm not going to be able to get the saran wrap in there and look right without getting it all over everything else. So I'm just going to take the brush, get some on it, and just dab it. Maybe smear it a little bit, you know, just work it by hand. So, make sure I got my gold metal flake shaken up, not stirred, as Mr. Bond would say. Then I'm just going to fold, unwrap, fold again, roll it. This gets lots of wrinkles in the paper. That's the whole point of it. And I suggest using the cheap saran wrap from like the Dollar Tree, and the reason for that is it doesn't cling to itself like the name brand stuff does. With this, you can actually take it back apart, redo it as it flattens out, all that good stuff. So, something like that worked to do it. We want it to be small so it doesn't just overwhelm the motorcycle and just come out as one big blot. So I'm going to try that like that, sort of like that. So I'm going to put that in that so it holds its shape for a second while I get my paint ready. No special scientific method to it. Just put a little bit of paint there. Oh, I need a paper towel. The paper towel serves two purposes. Clean up messes, like I just created. But it gives me something to dab the extra paint off on. Because you don't want to just go straight to the car. You want, or straight to the body. You want to knock some of it off. Because it'll be too bold if you don't. Here it goes. Just do it like so. Get some on there. Quick dab on there. Quick dab on the body. That's all we're doing. And that already looks spectacular on that side. So let's move on. Kind of roll it. And it's not going to take much to cover this motorcycle up. I don't want it to be solid gold. Put some on the shaft down there. Make sure to just go over it. And look, that should be enough for the saran wrap. If you see anywhere it needs a little bit more, you can put some on your brush. Like right here, where that crease is, we need some more in there. So I'm just going to take the brush and kind of twist it and turn it. Swipe it however I want to do it. And that is that. I'm going to put a little bit more right there. Need a little bit more on this side. And by using a brush, you can actually put more in desired areas like such. I think that's going to do it on that. That looks spectacular. Well, I need a little bit right there. Every time I get ready to put it down, I see somewhere else. Yes, sir. I'm going to stop with that because if I put too much, it won't have the effect. So I need a little bit more on this. Dab the excess off. And then just grab a little bit on it. Like I said, we're just going to touch it like so. That's all I'm going to do to it. That provides the marble effect. And what happens is you have the base coat, you're layering stuff. You've got the base coat, which is black. You have the vein of the marble, like if you go into the marble store and pick out your countertop, which is the gold. In most counters, it's black. And I just noticed something on this one. When I sprayed the black, I didn't get the middle. So when I spray the color over it, that will actually add a little bit more of an effect because it's not painted right between the handlebars. But that gives it the layered effect, and then when you put the color on top of it, that provides another layer of depth. You're building it up as you go. But that is all there is to this. It's that simple, guys. Well, it is about to happen. It has started raining again. As you can see, everything's nice and wet. It's not optimal, but we're going to do it in here. So let's get to it. As you can see, I got a very not tidy work area set up. Got the light coming in from outside, plus I'll have the lights on this. So, you know, it is what it is. At least I'm blessed to have this to where I can work on it. And during the winter months, I can put a heater in here and let the heater go for a while before I come out. So, let's do a little painting, shall we? Well, here we go. This is what we started with. It's from Hot Wheels, their motorcycle line. They had a line of motorcycles with real rider tires, full metal on metal with riders. And this is what we started with. It was donated to the channel for the sole purpose of the Pinks challenge. So with that stated, you know what that means. We build these to give away. We build these to lose. And Mr. Brumman over at the Fellowship of Diecast donated this one to the channel for the sole purpose. And it's really nice the way it is with the white paint, red flames, and the rider. But you know us Diecast guys, we think we can do better. So here's what I did to it. I hope you approve, hope you like it. And if anybody gets it, I hope you really enjoy it.